Let's get on over. Let's see what. Okay, so this is coming out this week, and I am all over this. Strange Adventures.
It's still going to be He Becomes Gay.
Wait. Are you being serious right now?
What?
Yeah, I want to read an Adam Strange book. Yeah.
You know who's writing this, right?
Yeah, I do. He's hit and miss for me as well.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, some of the things he does is good. Some of the things he does is bad. It's the way it happens.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, I will be picking up the Robin 80th anniversary 100-page spectacular for $9.99. Oh, maybe I'll just read it when I get the PDFs. Let's see. DC Comics celebrates Robin the Boy Wonder's 80th anniversary in style with an all-star creative team representing each iteration of the iconic character across 8 decades of history. From the high-flying adventures of Dick Grayson to the tragedy of Jason Todd. Well, it would have been if they hadn't brought him back. And the enthusiasm of Tim Drake, the arrogance of Damian Wayne, the persistence of Stephanie Brown, and the rebelliousness of Carrie Kelly. The mantle of... Wait a second. Yep, okay, that's all. The mantle of Robin has been worn by many, but always represents one thing, a hero.
That is an award-winning series.
The Eisner Award-winning Mr. Miracle team. So it's Mitch Gerard and and Tom King. Which, hey, you know what? At least for the first half, people were screaming praises for Mr. Miracle. It wasn't until the ending when they didn't get the I guess there was supposed to be I haven't read Mr. Miracle. But there was supposed to be a battle, and it didn't end up in a battle, and everybody's like, no, but don't tell me because I'm going to read it. I'm going to do, is it a really that good of Tom King books or really that bad? So I'm going to check it out. But yeah, I'm in.
I just want to say Heroes in Crisis is the same way. It started off strong, finished with a
Well, I disagree with you. I thought Heroes in Crisis sucked out the gate.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't like it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I mean,
this may be the only issue I get is issue number 1.
If you don't like those, you can get this.
I have never seen Tom King finish anything except for the first couple of Batman runs, but I think he had help from Scott Snyder. So when he's on his own and he's writing his stuff that he, because I feel like he's kind of in a rebellious, like he's rebelling against fans. Like I feel like he's in a mode where he's taking pride and going, oh, fans don't like this? Well, watch me do this. Like
people pay for it though. He is consistently topping the comic sold to readers list.
Why don't you jump in here? Sorry.
Say again?
Quirks is commenting on this stuff. Why doesn't Quirk just jump in?
Oh.
That link, bro.
Batman 90, I'm subscribed, so obviously I'm getting that one. 91. Okay. I love
George Jimenez art from Maverick says just beautiful. I agree. George Jimenez is one of the best in the business.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I dig the Penguin cover here.
Right.
That does look great. Let's see. What do we have here? Deceased Unkillables number 2. Oh, hell yes. If you join us, by the way, for We've Got Issues, it's our Monday show where we review all the books that came out the previous Wednesday that we bought. Check it out. We basically filleted this book, the Unkillables.
I'm good you pronounced that right. Glad, because that could have been bad.
Yeah.
I got a question. I didn't know about this. Now you're doing the previews. I don't know. First of all, is it George or Jorge?
I always said Jorge.
Okay, that's what I thought too. A lot of people say George Jimenez. But Jorge Jimenez, is he going to be the regular artist on Batman?
I hope so. I mean, he's on 91 as well.
I don't know. I kind of love that, but I really liked him doing Justice League.
Dude, Full Metal Jacket.
I know, right? It says horror movie homage. You dumbasses.
Dude, I want that as a poster.
That is the Full Metal Jacket movie poster. Okay.
I just want that. I'm going to put it as a poster.
That is a cool poster.
My video game ate my homework trade paperback. Just this image right here makes me want to not read this.
What? The best thing about the deceased is the poster covers.
My video game ate my homework trade paperback. The image right in front of me here is making me not want to read it. That's what I said. My video, this is a whole nother thing, man. Move it on. Now that I see the interior art, I agree. Holy crap, that's bad.
Well, it's graphic novels for kids.
That does not look good.
Yeah, stop promoting Young Avenger novels on comic books.
Gotham High. Let's get to something real. Gotham High, Year of Hell, Hell Arisen #4. I have not been reading this. I wanted to. I just got behind when I lost the money, and I haven't made it. I haven't been able to pick up a lot of the comics. So,
Aqua Atlantis saying Jorge Jimenez is kind of cute. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Action Comics 1021. Wow. Anybody excited about that? Amethyst. I'm not excited about this. I'll probably read it, but I'm not.
Oh, look at that 5G. Just, oh, it's all glory.
What
the cover?
5G?
It's all 5. Look, it's the 5G characters.
Oh, is it?
No, scroll up. The cover up to the Action Comics.
Yeah, okay.
Look, you got the new Wonder Woman, the new Superman, the new Green Lantern, the new Flash.
Yeah.
Right? Or maybe only some of those are going to be the 5G characters.
Isn't that the Young Justice?
It's Impulse.
Yes, that is Young Justice. But I don't actually know which of the Green Lanterns is taking over. I guess
that looks like the girl who just
that's Teen Lantern, not the new.
Okay.
Not the young animal one that's supposed to. But what's her name is going to be Wonder Woman, right? And then I'm sorry, there's two Superboys. It's the other Superboy that's going to become Superman. So never mind, I was wrong. It's not 5D.
Now, I did a review of Amethyst #1 over on Old Man Comics, and I'm done. It wasn't all that great. I wish I could say different, but it wasn't all that great. Let's see. Aquaman, on the other hand, I read number 57, and it's good. I mean, it's legitimately good. I was surprised. I was really surprised at how good, how much I liked it. Because a lot of Kelly Sue books, they haven't been bad. They just been boring. You know, it's just dull.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, sometimes that's worse because, you know, there's nothing really to talk about when it's dull. But I enjoyed 57. I'm looking forward to this one as well. Let's see. Batgirl has been surprisingly good.
Oh, the last issue, the cover was pretty good.
Yeah. Let's see. So but I haven't been buying it. So you know, it's because I'm afraid of the other shoe dropping.
I almost bought the last issue for the cover, just a Batgirl on the front.
Anybody been keeping up with Batwoman Beyond?
Well, it's Batman Beyond, yeah, but yeah, it's they revealed last issue, basically who was, and my theories was correct.
Yeah. It's been all right. It's not great, not bad, but it's at least worth the price of admission. Now you are singing the praises of Batman: Curse of the White Knight.
Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah.
Hells to the yes. Yes. Bendis and John Romita Jr. Nope, says Undead Quinn. That is Young Justice, said George. I keep reading her name as Cinnamon Queen.
Cinnamon Queen, yes.
Yeah. All righty, let's see what else we have. And I'm disappointed with these Romita covers. It's like he's not even trying. Well, if Bendis isn't trying, why should Romita?
All right.
Aquaman is really good, says Maverick. I love Aquaman. I need to buy it, says Cinema Queen, or Cinnamon Queen, as she's been dubbed by Mata. Hawkman is good, and I'm probably going to get the trades. That's not a bad idea. Was it actually good, or are you trying to Englentine curse it? Unfortunately, I probably fucked it up again because I actually liked it.
Yay.
Yeah. So there you go. It's going to be, what do you call it, rebooted and all that kind of stuff again. But according to Venkman, White Knight is all kinds of good. So if you haven't been getting it, you maybe want to pick up the trades. Anybody been reading Batman's Grave by Warren Ellis?
I read the first issue, bored the hell out of me.
Oh, wow. Okay. I've been stockpiling, like I was going to read it.
What is the overall story of that arc, of the first issue?
Now, what's this about?
It's I don't know. It's Batman discover. It's kind of a mystery. From one issue, you don't get to see too much of it. It's not that the comic was bad per se. It just felt very stilted and kind of just boring. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It didn't interest me. And I guess some people are like, "Oh, I like Batman." I'm like, well, if you like this type of stuff, more power to you. But I want my Batman stories to have a sense of adventure. I want it to just feel fun. It didn't feel fun. It felt almost pretentious. So it's just one of those things that I didn't hate the book. It was just wasn't really good enough to make the poll list.
You want a Frank Miller Batman from the years of 1980, and you're getting instead a Frank Miller Batman of the 2010s.
No, I would take a Frank Miller Batman in 2010. I just want the
he sucks these days. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah,
you totally missed that analogy. Batman the Outsiders is consistently one of the best DC books.
Yeah, it's that dude from CW.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, never watched the show.
Oh, sweet race cover.
Oh, you can't say it that way because Ash is going to correct you. He thinks it's Roz.
He can correct me and be wrong all the time. It's Raish.
It is Roz, but that's fine.
It's Raish, but continue.
Animated series in the comic had there's a line above the A. But in the I've heard it pronounced both ways, though.
Yeah, me too. Batman, Superman #8. Haven't been reading this. Have you guys been checking this one out?
It looks like a continuation of the War of the Superman.
General Zod is on a mission to resurrect the bottle cinder. Okay, I'm done.
I gotta read the previous issue before this because
General Zod is on a mission to resurrect the bottle city of Kandor, and he's ready to obliterate anyone in his path. Deep within the ruins of an ancient temple, Ra's al Ghul, bid to save his Lazarus pit from Kryptonian chaos, has brought the Dark Knight and the Man of Steel into a brawl neither expected or was prepared for. What can Batman and Superman possibly do to stop an army of Kandorian zombies? Find out in the conclusion of this epic Kandor compromise.
I want to know what's going on with the Batman Who Laughs. Because that 6 was like they defeated or some of them, but but then I guess he's in the wind.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what, I do not like Catwoman. Not the book anyway. I like the character obviously, but I gotta say
that's an ugly cover too.
Some of the best covers.
That one's there with the other one.
Yeah, this one.
It's like Anne Hathaway. Ugh.
Yeah. Some of the best variant covers in the business comes from Catwoman.
Well, they go back to throwback to the 80s. A purple catsuit. You can never go wrong with that.
Detective Comics 21. There was an okay story. 20 was okay. It wasn't great, but it was all right. The Flash has been consistently good. They're going back to Godspeed, though. So the Flash.
Why? That's a horrible character.
The Flash battles Godspeed as Flash Age continues in this issue. Paradox enlists Godspeed in his mission to erase the Flash's legacy from existence. But when Godspeed's allegiance comes into question, Paradox proves he may be the strongest foe Barry Allen has ever faced.
You know what they should do one of these times? They should start with Flash. You know what? My boots are getting worn out. I need to put a new pair of boots on. Make it a little bit more realistic. Just a little tad bit. Like give it a flaw. I don't like it when it doesn't get tired anymore.
Well, no character has. I remember when Nightcrawler, after teleporting a couple of times, got tired. This is a great cover for that, too. And then we got 52. So, yeah, if you like that story. Oh, my gosh, I love that character. That is hot. That is really good. Genlock. This is a book I always say I'm going to pick up and try. I never have. If anybody's been reading that, give a little blurb review so I can read it, highlight it with a $5 super chat. That'll be that way I can find it. I'm sorry. That was bad. That was really bad.
That's like me showing for stuff without pockets.
Sorry. Green Lantern. You read the Green Lantern, right?
The first issue, yes.
Yeah, that was actually decent. I like that one. Hal Jordan stuck on the worst possible planet he can imagine. Well, no, I got to say it was okay because it was one of those we're trying out a new guy. Let's check him out. Oh, you made it, even though you really shouldn't have. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not the best person to judge Green Lantern because I hate Jon Stewart. I'm sick of seeing Jon Stewart everywhere. I dislike when it's Hal Jordan by himself.
Sounds like Englantine's been trying to resurrect the bottle city.
Then the other thing is that people are saying like, well, Hal Jordan, no, he's been doing this for a while. He shouldn't be still a screw up anymore. That's his personality.
No, I don't know.
He's kind of cocky, but he's
cocky. Yeah, but screw up, no. I'm not gonna. Yeah, he's not a screw up.
Lately, he's been doing that. No, but
see, Flash has been a consistently good series, and Flash Forward was amazing, says Dominic Powell. Paradox is a cool new villain for the Speedster. I have no idea why they're doing a Genlock comic. It was a great show. It was a show. I just learned that.
It was an anime, I think, right?
Okay, don't ask me.
I imagine so because it looks like the girl just turns into her spirit goes into a robot, and then becomes a robot. That's what it looks like from the cover, at least.
Hal is no screw up, says Maverick, and Eric Breen retorts with he was in Cosmic Odyssey. Hello to Nello. How you doing? Let me get over to this. What do we have next? Harley Quinn. Now you like Harley Quinn.
I'm only on issue 10.
You're on issue 10. Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe it gets really woke.
I'm not a fan. I don't like the supporting characters. I'm just not a fan.
It's just an old comic away from everybody else.
I do like this cover though. It's kind of noirish.
That's the thing, though. I mean, I can understand if she's keeps popping up in all your books, and then like it's hogging a panel, and she has no reason to be in there. Then I get annoyed by her. But I mean, I'm just reading her own comic book. So it says not final cover art. So you guys said, "Wow, I like this cover." Oh, that looks like a horrible tribute to the actual movie.
I dig it. I
don't like the pants.
Okay, guys, right here, you're going to hear me say no unkind words about Harley Quinn. Hawkman, on the other hand, sucks. Don't get it. They really should put Brian Michael Bendis on it. Take off Robert Venditti because it's horrible. Never buy this one.
What the hell is that art?
Oh, it's great. Look at that.
It looks like you just took somebody's face, photoshopped it in the middle there.
What do you mean? It's him breaking through glass.
I don't like that helmet. I don't like his face.
It's the dude. You know what? You're absolutely right. It's ugly. It's absolutely horrible, and this variant cover needs to go as well. I cannot say enough unkind things about Hawkman.
I can't wait till somebody rips it up on when they're doing a review.
Oh, I'm sure. And Moranya can tell you why I cannot say too many unkind things about Hawkman. Therio, God of Rage, thank you very much for the super chat saying Genlock was Rooster Teeth animated show. Oh, okay. What's Rooster Teeth?
That was Bungie's thing they did for Red vs. Blue.
Oh.
Not Bungie. Rooster Teeth was a comedy group. They started off doing machinima stuff. Red versus Blue. I don't know if you ever heard of.
Yeah, that's the Halo thing, right?
Yeah, and then they started doing more stuff, and they just became big. They actually have their own anime. You've heard of RGBY?
Yeah, that's another one that DC's doing.
Yeah, that's one of their animes that they do. So they're kind of big. They do a lot of different things.
Raish Al Ghul is Arabic for the demon's head, Ash says, rather than debating me straight up.
But it's also in the comics.
Word is Reyes.
Roz.
Reyes. Well, you're spelling it Reyes.
No, I'm spelling it R-A''S. That's how it's spelled.
Yeah, and the actual
Everyone
book,
listened to England Teen, and now no one is buying Man with a Mace and Wings. No, wait, no one was buying it before either. I know, it's amazing. This is no joke, and I'll probably get him now rebooted and all that kind of stuff. But Hawkman is DC Comics' best book. Seriously, it is an amazing story, and I really shouldn't be saying that because I said that about Superman, and we got Brian Michael Bendis. I said that about Aquaman. We got Kelly Sue DeConnick. I don't know who they'll bring on to ruin Venditti's run on Hawkman, but guys, it is freaking amazing. It is a really good comic. In my opinion, it's DC Comics' best. Well, actually, I'd probably go with DC Unkillables and then Hawkman. So there you go. I cursed both of them there, Venkman.
You wound me.
What do you mean?
Putting Tom Taylor book above Hawkman.
Deceased is awesome.
dude.
It doesn't matter. I'm sorry you're so freaking hurt by X-Men
no.
Red that you can't recognize good when you see it.
I can recognize good. I'm
Yeah.
Did you read Into Deceased?
No, I haven't read the new one.
And shut the hell up. You haven't read it. You can't hate on it.
I didn't hate on it. I just said he wounded me. That's all.
That's good. My gosh. You know what? You ate one too many hot dogs that tasted of bigotry and mustard.
I didn't hate on anything.
Okay, so He-Man and the Masters of the Multiverse. I haven't picked this one up, so I haven't been reading.
You're upset because he put Deceased above another book.
Above Hawkman.
Yes.
Justice League Dark's been pretty strong as well. But you know what? I said the same thing about Odyssey. I'm going to say it here. This is Shadow Pact, ladies and gentlemen. Why don't they just call it Shadow Pact? It's all because of the name recognition. Just Shadow Pact. Let's call it what it is.
At least in Zantana, it's trying to get a little hot.
I think this is because it's better branding.
Well, yeah, of course, because people know what Justice League is rather than Shadow Pact. But But they're trying to surf to the normies. That's what's going on.
Constantine's
No, I just think Shadow Pact. You are correct. It is Shadow Pact, but it doesn't mean Shadow Pact wasn't a good branding. And I think keeping the concepts and packaging it better is better overall for the.
Because at least people are like, oh, another Justice League book, and they'll pick it up and they'll get a good story out of it. And at least we're getting some. We're getting attention on a great character like Detective Chimp. So that's a good thing. Venditti is DC Comics' Donny Cates. And if you haven't been checking out Justice League, now at my shop, they had 40 up on the shelf until they still do, actually. But if you have a chance, get that book, start it there. It's been a great run so far.
I'm going to start going back to the number one. Constantine's in this run, right?
Constantine?
Constantine, whatever. He's been in this?
Justice League Dark. Try Dark on that one. I'm talking about the regular series.
Well, I'm talking about Dark.
Yeah.
I saw him. He was in the last issue. But
he's in some of them. He's not always. But he's in some of these.
Because for me, that's what made the whole entire team look great, was having him in there.
Yeah. All right.
So it's also worth pointing out to people that aren't aware, DC has been treating Justice League right from this relaunch when they broke it up into 3 different properties. Don't think of it as just a gimmick. They've recently, Scott Snyder helmed the original launch up to the first 40 issues, 39 issues.
Yeah.
And then Venditti took over, which is a worthy successor. On Justice League Dark, you had James Tynion was knocking it out of the park quietly over there, and people just were not paying attention. And now he's been replaced with this new guy, Ram V, who I don't personally know, but I've heard a lot of other YouTubers talk about. He comes from what's the name of that Vault? I think it's Vault Comics, that do all the horror comics that everyone loves, like The Plot and Strange. I can't remember the name of the books because I'm not a big horror guy, but everyone's saying that Ram V is the guy from over there, and so he's coming over. I think DC's really, really trying hard. They're not just spitting out crap. They're like really trying to keep the fans happy with the proper writers and a good art team. So if you were kind of over at DC and you're not really sure, and you've got these Justice League books. Oh, I forgot about Odyssey. Justice League Odyssey has been helmed by Dan Abnett since like issue 6.
Yep.
And he's like the big cosmic guy from both Marvel and DC. He's done both.
And you know Pope Fire's going to go nuts over this cover.
Is it variant?
So,
Normal.
oh, that's a good cover.
Yeah. But yeah, Dan Abnett has been strong for, I mean, you know, I've been singing his praises since Aquaman. So
there's
Yeah.
another Teen Titans book that's out right now. It's the subtitle is it's a Blazing, I think it is, or it starts with a B. It's Titans, and it's at the bottom. It is like
It's a Blaze, I think. And
A Blaze.
If you're talking about the one I think you are, those are the reprint issues that were from the Titans Giant Walmart issues.
okay.
So they did
Yeah,
the same
yeah,
thing
just-
with Superman and Batman. Remember they had the Batman universe, and these are the Titan versions. It's going to be a 6-issue miniseries that collects all the issues from the Giants.
Those have been really good. Apparently, a lot of people are enjoying those.
Okay, so Legion of Superheroes number 5. I got to tell you guys, I collected every run of Legion of Superheroes. I'm a huge fan. I was a fan since I was 4 years old. My brother got me into them. I have not been picking this up because I read the first issue with Brian Michael Bendis writing it. It's been not my thing.
Do you think they're gonna tie in with the CW and put Toy Man on there now?
Oh God, no. I can't do it. I'm like afraid to read the rest of it. I might go back to it, but God dang.
Justice League, or sorry, the Legion, that Millennium miniseries that led up to this was one of the worst things I've read all year, 2019. And then I did read the first issue of this, and it's just a joke. Like Brian Michael Bendis, people keep telling me that he was this great writer and all this stuff, and I just don't believe it anymore. Like, this guy is hacking out. It's just a hack job. It's just like the guy sits on a toilet and scribbles out words on a page, and it's just like, look, here we go, I'm turning it in. These books, nothing happens. It's just random. It's oh so random nonsense. And I feel like the appeal of Bendis books are just in the randomness. It's like, oh my God, look at this. Nothing matters. And it's so crazy and weird. And there's no story. But the characters all sound so quippy, and it's mind boggling that people are enjoying these books. I don't get it.
Let's see. Maranya, breaking news. National treasure Gabby Rivera has been signed on to write both DC Stun Killables and Hawkman. Blame England teen. Hashtag.
Yeah.
Christopher Barker saying, I hate J.J. Abrams, saying Jar Jar Abrams is doing Justice League Dark film. When Shadow Pact was out in 2008, Justice League wasn't DC's Avengers, so teams could have other names. Eradicator wrecked the Justice League. Yes, he did. Constantine is a guest character, says Black Cat, on Justice League Dark, obviously. I enjoyed, says Dominic Powell, I enjoyed Justice League Dark, Justice League Odyssey, and Justice League since the start of Rebirth. The first half of Justice League had a rough start, but it got better in its second before Snyder. Ram V is a good writer, says Undead Quinn, agreeing with what Ash was saying. Cinema Queen answering a question from earlier, her favorite horror shows. Shining, Conjuring 1 and 2, Halloween, Silence of the Lambs, Insidious, all of them. Saw movies, Scream movies, Alien, Aliens, AVP, etc. And she's got more. So there you go. Subscribe to Cinnamon Queen if you want to talk about movies. And also subscribe to Extreme Movie Show.
Burning Rage is the name of the title.
Links in the description below. Bendis Legion of Superheroes is absolute trash, says Black Phoenix. I didn't know you liked it that much, because I would have harsher words. Let's see. And Annabelle, I'm going to binge watch Supernatural, says Cinema Queen. Do videos on it as well. But there you go. Let's get back to it. And
Quirks, you can join if you make it in time.
Now, once again, gang, I'm hat in hand today. I'm trying to get paid because it's the end of the month, and YouTube doesn't pay out if you don't make it to $100, and I need $3 by tomorrow night. So if you like our content, please consider the tip jar there and send a super chat.
Can we get 3 people to give $1 at least?
For $3.
$2.
All righty. Heading on down, I've got to say this is also a book that I read 1 issue of and then I dropped it. And
I'm still reading it.
You've been reading it. How is it gotten better?
It's a mediocre book. It's not great. It's not horribly bad. You know, as the first issue was, I understand why you didn't like it. But I worked past and I was like, you know what? I think I just got numb to it. So I'm not, it doesn't really faze me anymore.
Yeah.
That could be it, you know. I know Eric was like horrible.
Oh, I was that way too.
So,
dude, I am.
But I know people.
Go on ahead.
I got friends who love this though. I got friends who like this series, you know.
My
friend John Comic Kids, he reads it. He said he's enjoying it.
If you like it,
I mean,
super chat, and you like the Lois Lane comic, please tell us why. Everybody's got different opinions. It's not a hey you're dumb kind of thing, but you know, would love to hear your opinion on it. Send it with a super chat.
Oh, we got a super chat right now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Toss a coin to your Witcher.
Toss a coin for your Witcher. Oh, okay. That's from the. I gotta watch that show. Everybody and their brothers watched it. I'd never played the game, so I had no no real tie to it. But everybody's telling me it's a great show. So is it a good show? Do you think it's a good show if you've never played the game?
Rob enjoyed it.
Yeah, and he never played the game.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's not a great show. It has a little bit of some progressive, but it doesn't really preach to you, which I was okay with. That's the part that really bothers me is when they like preach to you. It's got really, I would call it passive progressivism, where it's like everyone in every scene is like every mix of race, but they don't ever say it out loud. But you can't help but see it.
It doesn't come off as the Benetton ad that
also Dalton liked it.
But it's a cool show. What I like about it is it's episodic and saga at the same time. So like each show kind of is like a little bit of a one shot story, almost like a parable, but then they all tie together. And you really want to stick with it because the second half of the season is better than the first half, in my opinion.
Okay.
Don't like watch like 3 episodes and be like, You really want to get to at least episode 6.
Yeah, I did that with Avatar, the Last Airbender, the first time I saw it. My kids showed it to me, and I was so bored through the first couple of episodes. And then finally, once I made it past 3 or 4, I was like, oh my gosh, best cartoon ever.
Sorry, Maverick. He said the song stuck in his head now.
Which song?
Toss a coin to your Witcher. Oh, valley of plenty. Oh, valley of plenty.
Oh, God. And the dude who sings that song, the bard who's in the show, is one of the most annoying, like, out of place characters of any show I've ever watched. I was like, this guy does not fit in this show at all.
Yeah, but he's a key character to the story, though.
Yeah, he's key to the story, but it's so weird. You're just like, he's like the Jar Jar of the series. You're just like, oh, just every scene he's in, you're like, go away.
He's like the Deadpool of Spider-Man.
Gotcha. So Brina's saying Lois Lane is trash, and Black Phoenix and myself and is saying thank you very much to Cinema Queen for the $3 super chat. Definitely appreciate it. Worst book Nalo, ever bought. Lois Lane was bad, the first one, but yeah.
And if you don't want me to sing anymore, super chat.
The Cinema Queen, The Valley of Plenty, excited for Castlevania Season 3, says Christopher Barker. To me, Lois Lane isn't interesting, says Aqualad. Haven't seen the show, should I? Hated the Bard. He is the worst, says Cinema Queen. And the Cinema Queen, Andrew Dabb, is the reason I've been harsh once you get to Season 12. You'll see what I mean. What show is he talking about? I missed that. Valley of Plenty. Okay.
No, that's the song. He was talking about a different song.
Okay.
It's anyway. Yeah. Anyway, though, but yeah. Check it out. You'll enjoy the show series, you know.
Okay. These are okay. The Looney Tunes, I've read a couple of them. They're like the old Disney comics. I do get the old Disney comics more than I do that.
Oh yeah, hide the thing, what you call it, super chat.
So
you still got that super chat highlighted. So.
Well, yeah, I was going to take it down when somebody else did the next
Well,
one.
oh, I was gonna say 'cause you're not covering things.
Because this has got a message. Toss a coin for the Witcher. Hey, yeah, it's okay to
If
give.
you want to do that, have your thing going across the bottom.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot to do a ticker tape. Metalman has been okay. I was really hoping that it would be awesome. Written by Dan Didio of all things.
Now the wonder is it even going to get finished?
Yeah, that's something. Variant cover by George Perez. Now I'm very interested in it. Tell you the truth, I want that. I love George Perez art. He is my favorite.
He's an all-time great.
Whenever I see a metal girl like that, I think of the Authority, and I have the Engineer. She was a woman basically could turn herself into like liquid using her blood. It's like the Bleeding Edge armor, and she could connect with anything machines she want to around her, control them.
Okay, so Nightwing, I kind of gave up on after a while. I was enjoying the whole Nightwings thing, but I ran out of like I said, I got to a point where I couldn't buy comics as much as I did as I could. So I let this one go. But right here I'm reading, how many Nightwings does it take for one Joker to strike before he gets to the real one? 4 Nightwings, and that's not even the punchline.
Now replace it with Dick.
If Joker is going from one to the other to kill all of them, I am in. I want to see this.
I'm with you too. I liked the Nightwings concept. I wasn't one of the big haters. I didn't really like what they were doing with the whole Rick Grayson, but I did like the Nightwings concept, and I was really hoping they were going to expand on this and maybe turn Nightwing into a team book.
See,
where he led these guys and sort of became like their mentor.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also very interested in seeing Joker, who I typically only ever see as a Batman adversary. I'm very interested to see Joker face off against a different adversary in Nightwing.
Yeah, I think that would. And well, he's obviously got ties to him, so
sure. But I mean, it's like Batman and Joker has been played out a million times, right? But it hasn't been played a million times like Nightwing and Joker.
I have a feeling Joker knows who everybody is.
That could be.
Yeah, it's just a theory, of course. I just from how I read it, when I read the Joker stories and everything.
Well,
I have a feeling Joker's figured it out. He's not telling anybody because Batman is his.
What about Death in the Family? That kind of made me believe right over there he knew.
Yeah.
Could be.
Red Hood Outlaw 44. That's a book I haven't visited in a long time. Anybody been checking this one out?
I don't like the hood.
Huh?
I don't like the hood.
I did not like the redesign. They made him 90s edgelord.
Mm-hmm.
He's like Casey Jones. Like,
yeah, look at the muscles on him. He looks like he's just been like hitting the steroids.
Oh, that's straight up 90s muscles right there, man.
I don't mind that. I would kind of like to see him beefed up a little bit, but I just like he carries around these weapons like he just so Casey Jones, and I'm just like, what? This is not the Red Hood. Like
that's Platt art right there.
He had guns, right?
The classic.
Or no, it's a crossbow, right?
There's RGBY.
It says RW. I thought that was Ruby.
RWBY. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is another book that I've been like I've got all the PDFs for it, but I have never read it, and it looks like it'd be something interesting at least.
I wanted to check out the anime, but I just never got around to it. I've heard people in the chat tell me I've heard it's pronounced Ruby.
That's what I figured it would be. Yeah, that's how it reads. This run of Suicide Squad has been good.
That cover looks great. The art looks great.
This right here. Yeah, that's awesome.
The one on the right too.
This run has been really good. I've been enjoying it. I like the first issue. You know, half the people on this cover are going to be dead by the end of this book. It was entertaining. I'm going to be picking this up. And by the way, Supergirl, you guys have missed out on a really good ride. I know they're canceling it, but Supergirl has consistently been better. I know it's not a high bar to set, but Supergirl picked up right when Brian Michael Bendis came on to Superman. It was amazing because beforehand I would tell you, Supergirl's all right, but it's not all that great. But all of a sudden, it was a great title while Superman was being tanked by Brian Michael Bendis.
Dude, I enjoyed it since Rebirth.
Yeah, it's a really good title there.
That cover is horrendous, though.
This one, yeah, it's not the best.
Look at that alt cover. Should just be make that Supergirl.
I
Like,
always
that's what fans want.
I always go for cover B. I just clicked on it, so
that
take forever to pop up.
Because that's the infected one. But,
Yeah.
Superman 21. Oh, hold up. Oh, it was no. I just clicked on it to make the cover bigger, but it didn't.
Yeah, it just I don't understand DC. It's like, look, just give us that as normal Supergirl.
Yeah, I agree.
That looks like a Tim Lim drawing. Almost.
Oh, am I on?
But Tim Lim's doing with his comic. I don't know which one.
F.
You know,
Harley
tab open.
Mata, Supergirl is ending. Yep. Joker's going after a former Robin and Nightwing. He's got a bird obsession. So keep Twiddles away. You hear that, Twids? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Got your attention now, didn't I?
I have to say though, at least Supergirl it's ending and it's sad for Supergirl fans. But Jodie Houser's on the book now, so maybe that's a good thing that it's ending.
Yeah, Catwoman is
it's not Andraco or whoever the guy that was doing a good job that everyone liked.
Mark Andraco, yeah. Suicide Squad was good, not great, says Undead Quinn, and the Chew cover is what he's voting for. So, oh shit! Let me get back down there.
Oh no! Just grab the fire.
I want to know what happened to David Marquez. He was doing the Batman Superman books, and then they replaced him. And I want to know what they put him on.
I'm gonna guess that nobody is excited for Superman number 21.
I would go. Oh yeah, I guess, and even Jimmy's not. When Jimmy is when you can't even excite Jimmy, Superman, you know you're doing something wrong.
Right. That being said, Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen has been a joy. I've liked this one. It's a lot of fun. Check it out. It is not meant to be taken seriously at all. I've been enjoying the Jimmy Olsen, and I am the only one that likes this iteration of Teen Titans.
Right.
I've heard nobody say anything good about this this team. I'm the only one who liked it. I'm reading the book going, wow, you guys are reading a different book than me on this.
So who's the girl in the red? Is that Mia? Is that Mia Queen? Or who's that?
I forget. I haven't read it in so long. So actually, you guys may be right. I haven't read in a few issues. I ran out of money, gang. I couldn't read comics for a while.
So donate super chats, please.
I don't like that they get Damian wrong. And I don't like Crush. I hate Crush.
You hate Crush?
I want to see her catapulted in the sun.
She did not bother me at all.
Where's the variant her with the orange shirt?
But yeah, writing Damian. They're contributing to the problem of Damian, and that bothers me.
And Terrifics, the last time, I think it was 2 or 3 issues ago, I read the Terrifics, and it's still a strong book. It's like it's never a star, but it's always an MVP. Yeah, it'll always be something that you can pretty much bank that you're going to get a good story out of. I haven't had a bad run in it yet. And then we got Wonder Woman, which is absolutely hit or miss.
Look at that variant, man. That's a keeper.
This?
Ugh.
Not a fan.
Put a peg on that.
Yeah, not a fan at all. This is one where I like the original cover a hell of a lot better.
Right?
Variant. That's Jay Lee? What happened, brother?
Right?
Oh my gosh, that's bad.
That is like the worst cover I've ever seen. That looks horrible.
This cover is so much better. I mean, look, the intensity in the face, it's so much better. Wonder Woman.
That's better.
Or the yeah, well, the once again, the alternate cover is not as good as the original.
Like right there, that's great.
And Legacy number continues. Okay.
Yay, Legacy.
Yeah, it's
Legacy numbering, yay.
And then they do the Young Justice. I have not been reading this mainly because Brian Michael Bendis. So I've been picking up.
I dumped that book on issue number 6.
I dumped it in issue number 2. I couldn't get into it. Basket Full of Heads, brilliant.
I got rid of the trash bin before I even got that stuff. I didn't want
In
it.
the darkest and most desperate hours of the night, June Branch will use her impossible occult hatchet to cut her way back to her boyfriend, but time is running out for Liam, and June's basket is getting heavier with every new swing of the axe. It's all going down in the penultimate chapter of the Gonzo Gore Fest that launched the Hill House Comics. Basket Full of Heads is absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. Daphne Byrne is a really good story as well. The Dollhouse is about my favorite of all the Joe Hill House titles. Check that out if you haven't done it yet.
That's the only one I've read of the horror.
Say again?
I was gonna say that's the only one I've read of the horrorverse.
Which one? The Dollhouse family?
Yep.
Yeah. What'd you
I read
think?
the first issue. I read the first issue, so man, I'm curious to see what the rest of it's gonna be like.
Good. The Lolo Woods sucks. Didn't care for that. And I've got Plunge is waiting for me at the comic shop. I still haven't picked up issue number 1.
How many freaking books does Joe Hill have?
But only one is bad out of the bunch. So
I get that, and I'm happy. It's amazing that there's so many.
Yeah.
Seems kind of a little oversaturation.
I've heard good things about Far Sector. I still haven't picked it up.
Nope.
No, not that good. Or have you not read it?
I read the first issue.
Not
you
that
can
good.
watch my video. It's here. Look here. Just hand you a Green Lantern ring, and you become a Green Lantern. Yay!
As far as the dreaming stuff, Books of Magic is the only title I'm really interested in. House of Whispers was at least okay. Hellblazer is good. And Black Label stuff, Last God, brilliant.
All this stuff should be Vertigo.
Nah.
That's when I'm looking at it. I'm like, you killed Vertigo for nothing. I realized that they had all these crappy titles like Border Town and what's her name's book, the Goddess Mode or whatever. But now that you've filtered out the crap,
and they've got decent books to put in there. And I said this. I said if we lost Vertigo to get Joe Hill, I'm okay with that.
Well, Joe Hill should be a Vertigo book. I mean, Vertigo's a horror imprint.
And so should Black Label. Last God is awesome, and it would fit in there. Lucifer's always been.
Yeah.
And here we get the facsimile versions of the first appearance of Justice League, first appearance of Robin, first appearance of Adam Strange, and then our 100-page Giants of the month. Aquaman from Beyond the Unknown, Superman Giants, and Teen Titans Giants. And then the Dollar Comics. Alrighty. And backlist titles offered again, and then it's all set. So that is that, ladies and gentlemen. That's all the new stuff we're going to get. And
is that a Superman Smashes the Klan collected edition?
Yeah, it's a trade paperback. It's only $16.99, gang.
Oh,
we're being asked if we sleep at all.
Pre-order that now.
There you go.
My store does not absolutely have stacks of all 3 issues. I promise you.
And we're getting the second portfolio poster book of Artdrum.
Hey, Jimmy.
You're gonna start seeing. You're gonna start seeing some of those posters on my wall from the first one because I'm actually gonna frame them. Freedom Fighters: Rise of a Nation trade paperback, guys. This is definitely worth it. 12 issues, $24.99. Written by Venditti. This is one of the best books that came out in 2019. Absolutely. We got the Joker, 80 Years of the Clown Prince of Crime coming out. That looks like it might be interesting. Green Lantern.
It came out around the same time as Batman Detective Comics 1000.
Yeah. So there you go. You guys said, hey, let's read the DC before we call it a night. So we did. But there you go. So what's the highlight? Anything you guys saw that you're like, okay, that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Mary Jane and Unkillables.
Yeah. Anything new that they were talking about?
Oh, you mean new in DC or just talking about Marvel?
Yeah, DC or Marvel. Like I'm looking forward to the Marvel snapshots at the very.
Oh yeah. Not really. I mean, I said I'm just continuing with the titles I'm already reading.
Yep. Okay. How about you guys in the comment section? If you saw anything that was new, by all means, let me know. Anything you picked up there, Ash?
Say again, Jimmy.
No, he was asking Ash. Go ahead.
Or
What? Someone was asking me something?
Yeah, did you see anything new that
Oh, I thought you were asking the chat.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I'm confused. No, I'm sitting here trying to think. Nothing is standing out. That just everything you went through was either like, oh my God, no, I don't want that, or it was just forgettable, like it didn't resonate.
Yeah.
Ash, you gotta get that 15-issue tie-in story for Marvel. The new one.
Yeah.
Avengers 32.
Is that a title you normally get?
Yes. But 33 is the one. That's the one. It's called The Age of Khonshu. That one looks awesome.
Oh, I guess the Nightwing.
I might take a Suicide Squad. Now that I look at it, Suicide Squad actually looks pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually very excited. I mean, I'm already getting the Batman books because I've just had it on my poll, but I'm very excited that they're giving Tynan a AAA artist.
Yeah.
I was really worried when they're like, oh, we're gonna give Tynan's taken over, and Doug, or not Doug, sorry, whatever artists were doing for Tom King were like, they're gone. And it's like, well, that's not fair that you like replace the writer, but then you pull all the art support. And then Detective Comics lost its art support too. Doug Mahnke went over to do Justice League or something, and I was like, this sucks. Like, this is Batman. So, but Jorge Jimenez is top tier. So I'm really curious. I hope he stays. I hate when they just do this whole thing like, here's an artist for a couple issues and then he leaves. Like, I want a nice.
Here's somebody you're actually going to like for 2 issues and then bye.
Yeah. So.
Let's see. Black Phoenix, if Superman Smashed the Klan was an actual adaptation of the radio serial it was based on, I would actually give a crap, says Black Phoenix. Aqualed's already saying thanks for the stream and good night. Christopher Barker's looking at the last few issues of Supergirl. Marvel Tales Silver Surfer caught my attention, says Maverick. I'd give New Books a try if the price point was better. That is heard around the world right there, Ed. I completely agree. It would just be like, even if just for issue number 1, they brought it down $1 or $2, it would be so nice, let everybody get a good try. Let's see, on over 1,000 games. Definitely, guys, subscribe to Ash if you haven't done it already. He's got his own channel. You can leave the link in the comments if you want to try. I think. Anyway.
Do you think if Lord
also check out Cinema Queen? You guys have been talking to her there. You might as well, and check out Extreme Movie Show as also. That's my movie channel. What were you saying, Quirks?
Do you think if they lowered the price of Justice League or Batman by a single, like to $2.99, do you think everyone would be picking it up because they go, oh, it's lower price?
Well, obviously not everyone, because you do have your Marvel Zombies, but they proved with the Rebirth that $2.99 is a really good sell price, that people will actually pick more up because it's lower by, in this point it would be $2 in some cases. Yeah, I think it would definitely help sales. Now, would it help the profits? That's another question, but yeah, I think it would definitely help sales if they did that. Rebirth kind of proved it. Anyway, gang, once again, thank you very much for hanging out with us. Don't forget the auction tomorrow night. We're going to have a lot of good books on sale. Plus, I don't know what some of the stuff is because I'm going to go to a warehouse sale and find some stuff to put in. That starts at 8 o'clock tomorrow. We are going to start it an hour earlier because we sometimes run a little bit long, and I don't want a 7-hour thing ending 5 minutes before I have to go to work the next day. But yeah, check us out at 8 o'clock. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the super chats. Cinema Queen and I believe George was one of them. I'm sorry if I forgot, but thank you very much for helping out there. And as always, thank you very, very much for watching. Y'all have a good time now. And once again, go subscribe to Ash on Comics, Extreme Movie Show, Old Man Comics, and McQueen. Oh, and Jimmy Quirks.
And as always,
have a zippity doo day. What are you going to say? Say Extreme. Which one are you after there, brother?
no, I was going to say good night, folks.